Sweet.
Yeah, I think we're live.
Yes, we are.
And you're back home.
I am back home.
I'm so happy.
I was here on Monday, but you weren't.
I was not.
I know. I missed you.
And I am waiting impatiently to hear things about your whole week.
I know.
I need to know everything.
Okay, so we got up at the crack of dawn on the 25th.
Okay.
So, backtrack. Where was Leah last week? You guys may have noticed I was not in store. I did do a couple lives last week. I was in the very hot city of Dallas, Texas.
Blazingly hot, I heard.
With our store owner, Anne. And we were attending a machine conference. So one of the brands we carry here in store is Bernina. And every year Bernina puts on usually like a 4-day affair of classes. It's when they launch their new products. A whole bunch of the other people we deal with, like OESD, are there. A couple of the fabric companies we work with, some of the embroidery companies we work with other than OESD are there. Some quilting people are there. All sorts of people. Some of our favorite people from Bernina, Canada are there, like Adrian and Deb. So Bernina University happened last week, and we were down for the week. So generally, we fly a day early so we don't get stuck with like flight mishaps, because that happened to one of our Canadian friends from Snip and Stitch in Nanaimo. But we went down Sunday, the 25th. And the conference started on Tuesday. So Tuesday morning, they do their kind of launch presentation in the morning. And Bernina does a great job of like announcing new machines.
They do. They really
So
do.
I live streamed that to Facebook. So if you want to go back to last Tuesday, I haven't actually listened to the audio on that one because I didn't speak over.
You could hear it all.
Oh, you could hear it all?
It was pretty good.
It was loud in there.
It was
Very loud in there. But yeah, new machines were announced and launched. I didn't get everything filmed it was about a 2-hour thing.
It's a long release.
It was a long release.
Lots of info.
Lots of info. And kind of like general what's happening in Bernina from a corporate standpoint, kind of information, as well as new product launches.
Yeah.
So big exciting things coming out this year, and sometimes we have to wait a really long time to get them in Canada, but not this time. They're coming pretty soon.
How soon?
The first of the 3 machines that are launching should be available later this month.
Okay, which one is that?
That would be the B790 CAIF edition.
Cute.
So the CAIF series special editions launched last year with the 475 and the 770. And they made one more. Cute. Kind of in the middle. So it has a similar option to get the embroider module or not, depending which way you want to go. Personally, I would go for everything. So you get all the luggage, the extra embroidery designs, the thread bundle.
How much is the gift with purchase valued at now?
Well, you're asking me hard questions that I do not actually know the answer to.
Oh, we'll have to find out.
It's probably, I've read it, but it's not top of mind at the moment.
Okay.
Couple $1,000.
Yeah, $2,000. Like luggage alone?
Yeah.
Is there embroidery CDs in this one too? Did they show you what's in there? Awesome.
I didn't look as closely at that one. I was more excited about the other new machines.
Okay. So should we go in excitement level here or excitement level out of the world? Sure. They not numbers, because all the excitement levels are high because they're all really cool.
They're all really cool. So kind of that would middle of the road launch. The kind of more entry level launch is a special edition machine.
It's cute too.
It's coming from Bernat. I'm super excited about this one. There's a Yaya Han special edition B790.
Now, who is Yaya Han?
She is a cosplayer.
Yeah,
she's been she does some amazing cosplays. So she sews costumes and clothing and all sorts of cool stuff. Works with all sorts of crazy fabrics to make her costumes, and she helped design both some decorative stitches within the B790 special edition and design the outside of the machine. And then she got to build the package that went with it.
That is cool.
So
getting goosebumps over here, Leah.
Yeah, it was really cool. The B790 is a fabulous machine. It's got like the Bernina interface. It has dual feed. It's got a 6x10 embroidery hoop.
Ooh, that's a nice size.
So lots of flexibility, and it comes with 3 sizes of hoops with it. So you've got lots of flexibility for embroidery. But the one thing she talked about in her portion of the launch presentation was some of the things that she wished she had been able to do sooner in her cosplay career. And one of those things is being able to embellish with things like custom embroidery, because she's done all the ways of decorating fabric. She's done like markers and paint and tape and silk screening and heat transfer vinyl. So she's done all sorts of things, but she's like, embroideries really just takes it over the top and takes it to that next level and looks so much more professional when you're done. Totally. But she wanted to make it as easy as possible for everybody, both like regular sewists and other cosplayers, to be able to come in and put that very specific logo or emblem on their cosplay. But you can't always find embroidery designs that are already digitized for that. Ooh. So she's bundled in Bernina V9 creator software.
Awesome.
So you can do your own digitizing, and to be able to get that level of software in that level of machine is just like unheard of.
That's insane. That is, I can't believe it.
Right? And it's coming with 8 extra presser feet beyond the basics that already come with the regular B790.
Cool.
That include things like a ribbon, couching foot, and a binder attachment. So some of the things, an invisible zipper foot. So some of the things that are really super helpful for working with crazier fabrics in specialty things.
Well, then you get this machine home and you are set. You are locked and loaded.
Totally.
You don't have to go anywhere else.
Yeah.
You just go home, squirrel away in your sewing room,
right,
and get going.
Yeah.
That's
so
awesome.
Really excited. That machine should be arriving in Canada in September sometime. So if you want one of the first ones that lands here, she wrote a book. I have it here in the building, I think, but I didn't think to bring it to Facebook. Here we are. She wrote a book called World of Cosplay.
Cool.
A little bit of the history of the industry, and they had a book signing, so I have 2 signed copies.
Are we giving those away?
Well, I would keep it for myself, but I think I think overall it would be better if the first 2 people who pre-ordered that machine got them.
That's pretty cool.
So if you're thinking the B790 Yaya Han edition would be a great machine for you or somebody you know, because maybe you are a full-on like Bernina user, but you have a young person in your life who maybe doesn't want to make quilts but is totally into cosplay. It's a huge part of attending things like Comic Expo, or if you love Halloween, it'd be a nice way to get a younger sewer really excited to make whatever their dreams are come true.
And the machine is cute.
Right? It's like, purple. There's hexagons all over it. It's a little sci-fi, little girl.
Reminds me of like lizardy in a way, but not like creepy lizard.
Yeah.
Like cute lizard.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very
adorable.
Cool. So yeah, that's the second of 2 machines that was announced. Mm-hmm. And then the third one is the big launch. Machine pricing is listed on the website. I do not actually know how much any of them are.
I could tell you. Would you like to know, Leah?
No, because if this video goes
live, right. Let's not talk about that.
Yeah, if you have machine pricing questions, email sewingmachines@mysewingroom.ca or come see us in person.
Or give us a call.
Machine pricing does change, and videos don't go away. So
nope.
We're going to hold off on
They're
saying
forever?
that live. Yeah, but pre-order pricing, man, I don't even remember what date I put on the end of the pre-order pricing. It's been a very busy day.
Does it say on the website?
I don't know.
Okay, let me
look. No, it probably doesn't actually.
It might not.
No. I don't think it does.
Give us a call if you would like to know when pre-order pricing ends.
Yeah. These are things I know, just not right now. I was teaching all day today, so.
Ooh, but I do see an exciting thing on the description.
Okay. So the last machine launching is brand new, all the way across, not a special edition. It is the Bernina 790 Pro. So the Bernina 790 is part of the Bernina 7 series, which has been around for about 10 years as like the first gen with the 710, 750, 780. Revamped and went into the second gen 7s, which includes the 740, 770, and 790s, and then they turned it into a 790 plus. So currently we're running 790 pluses in store, but a whole new 7 series machine called the 790 Pro. So some of the things that are giant upgrades, it has an auto needle threader. So it's similar to this needle threader on the 8 series, but with a whole bunch of mechanical improvements.
Oh, cool.
It was in a tech class, kind of going over some of the technical details so that I could bring it back to the service department here. And the tech team from Bernina of America, who I was in class with, they were like, these are some of the things we found across this series, and how do we take the very best of everything and turn it into something even better? So they work with kind of the head tech at BOA, works with BI, so Bernina International, helps with development and brings back feedback from what people like in the machines and what people don't and what could be better. So the 790 Pro is like, it sews like candy. Like, I really like how the 7's sew already.
Is it like a needle going through butter?
Yeah, like they've upgraded the hook system.
Oh.
It's even quieter. They've upgraded the thread cutter system. They've installed that auto needle threader. Some other mechanical improvements. There's a really neat magnetic clamp that helps hold the thread when you're doing things like trimming and threading, that sits up in the head cover, which will make things so much cleaner and better for some things. And then it's also got some computer upgrades, like massive computer upgrades. One of them being there's a Wi-Fi chip installed in the machine. So this is Bernina's first Wi-Fi capable machine.
That's cool.
And they've developed an app to work with the machine for when you're embroidering with it. So the app will read out where you are at. And if you go upstairs to go make dinner and your machine's downstairs embroidering, it will tell you when it needs a thread change, or when it runs out of bobbin thread.
Excellent.
And you'll be able to preview most of that stitch out and get yourself all sorted and organized.
Excellent.
It will also have the ability to import designs over that Wi-Fi chip from your Bernina V9 designer software.
Neat.
So you can send designs directly to the machine. If you have them on USB, you'll still be able to open them. But that Wi-Fi capability is going to be really cool. There is the BSR Mode 3 that has been available in the Q series as well as 770 Plus. It's being brought into the 790 Pro. And some of the other things include a 4-point pinpoint placement, which pinpoint placement is already lovely. Already lovely. But every once in a while you think you made a square block when you're quilting, and it turns out you did not make quite a square block because fabric has personality, and and maybe you were holding your tongue wrong. But 4-point pinpoint placement, you're going to be able to take any shape and fit it in there just right. And it's got the ability to put margins in. So if you want to do something like quilting in the hoop and you don't want your embroidery to go right to the edge of the piecing, you can say, I want it an 1/8 inch in from these corner points.
That's cool.
Or a 1/4 inch. There's a few different options in there. One of the other really, really amazing things that it has is BQM files. So most people won't know what a BQM file is.
I do not know what a BQM file is.
Let me tell you. Okay, so on the Bernina long arms, if you have Qmatic, which is the Bernina automation for the long arms, Bernina Qmatic file is a BQM file, and it's it's a quilting file, but you can, it's like a vector graphic file where you can size it up and down as kind of as much as you want.
Neat.
And then it sets the stitches afterwards. So true embroidery files, they're digitized with a stitch in them and you can size them up or down. But if you change the stitch out size,
you're stretching
or you're shrinking those stitches. With the BQM files, you'll tell the machine, I want my quilting files to stitch at 10 stitches per inch, and then you scale them up or down.
It recalibrates for you.
It will add the stitches in when it goes to stitch.
Oh, that is
at whatever
cool.
size you want. So between that 4-point placement and being able to read those BQM files.
Neat. Okay, that is the bee's knees right there, Leah.
Right? So excited about that. The knowing that was part of it, I spent part of the rest of the time doing art and stitch and Bernina Cumatic classes, because I wanted to see how we could start combining what we already offer in our long arm department with our Cumatic and see how it could start playing with our new 790 Pros.
I can't wait.
So the wheels were just turning last week. I've got tons of ideas. But some embroidery companies like OESD are releasing a few of their files as BQMs. So as this launches, we'll get all those bugs worked out and find what else we can make for you guys that will play along.
I really like how these guys are playing with each other,
right?
And they're just joining and they're becoming these perfect collaborations like that. That is so cool.
Right? So another upgrade on the 790 Pro, they've revamped the 26-foot.
Cool.
So, that's the other thing I didn't even talk about yet. There's a laser pointer for the needle placement.
I saw that in the description. I'm like, what?
So
tell me more about this laser.
So the laser is actually attached to the needle bar frame. So it moves with the needle. So in every single needle position, you can have the laser turned on and it will show you where the needle's going to go down.
Cool.
So if you're just wanting to be able to see where that needle penetration is going to go for your first embroidery, or you can use it for pinpoint placement instead of checking your pinpoint placement with your needle, like rolling your hand wheel up and down to check where your needle is.
Yeah.
You can use it with decorative stitches because you'll see exactly where they're going to land.
Well, quilting in the hoop would be so easy with that.
Right?
You could have your start and stop just bang on every time. Game changer.
Yes. So laser pointer built in, which
cool.
So exciting.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was drooling. It was pretty sweet. So that's the 790 Pro kind of in a nutshell. I sewed on one a little bit and I embroidered a little bit.
But you loved it and you need one?
Yeah, I don't tell my husband. I need to figure out a way to get another machine in the house.
I have a plan.
Okay.
It involves a suitcase. And I'll pretend like I'm moving in. But inside there's a 790 Pro.
Okay.
And I'll roll it in, and we'll put it there. And then when he shows up and he's like, what is this? You go, I don't know.
It's Chelsea.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the new 790 Pro. We do have a pre-order launch bundle built that includes kind of wanting the whole package. I know lots of people kind of already in the Bernina lineup might have lots of these things, and maybe we just need to talk about doing a head upgrade for you if you've already got the high-speed module. But our launch bundle will include the embroidery module, a maxi hoop, so you can make all those giant embroideries that you want, embroidery luggage, machine luggage, and 10 OESD CDs that we have in stock.
Any 10?
Any 10.
Are you sure any 10?
Any 10. Any 10.
Cool.
There's some quilting ones out there. That's probably what I would go for.
There's some really epic OESD CDs out there.
So yeah, pre-order pricing. Again, I feel like I should actually know the date that I set on this, but it's not coming to me right now.
It's with all the other dates.
It might be August 19th. It might be August 19th. Partly because I know we have a Bernina educator coming in August. So I wanted everybody that week to have access to pre-order pricing.
It's a great plan.
That's Yes, she's coming the 8th to the 10th, so the 19th makes sense. I think
that sounds right.
That sounds right. Yeah. So yeah, the 790 Pros we're expecting probably end of August.
Cool.
So not quite in time for our Deborah Louie event.
But just after.
So super excited.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
It's gonna be cool.
Yes, so that's the bulk of the new launches. There's one more brand new item coming. Last year they released the medium clamp hoop,
which gave us an idea that there might be more sizes. Why do you start with medium?
Medium is a weird size to start with. So this year they released the small clamp hoop. So I know I've had at least one person in store who was looking at the medium clamp hoop and it doesn't fit on her 590. And she's like, man, I wish there was one that fit my machine. I'm like, well, they did start with M, like the middle size as sizing. So,
yeah.
So I'll let her know when I see her next.
Fantastic.
So the small clamp hoop will fit the current 5 Series machines and give you the option to clamp. And it's got an acrylic template. It's a little bit thicker and it's marked with inches instead of the millimeters that Bernina normally marks with.
Oh, that's great.
So that you can center it on a quilt block.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's quite sensible as far as templates go for quilting things. And it's square.
I like the squareness of it.
Yeah. So
really holds everything in there.
Right. So I'm pretty excited about that as well. So yeah, that's roughly what the launch portion of the event looks like. The rest of the time at Bernina University, they offer a whole ton of classes across a whole range of things. So I did a couple classes with OESD. They had one, it wasn't so much a class as like a Q&A. So some things are like serious classes and business things, and some things are, here, meet the OESD digitizing team, which I got to meet the OESD digitizing team.
Are they cool?
They were, they're lovely, but they are like the people who stay in the background and hide. None of them were very thrilled to be in front of everybody because they're all a bunch of introverts that don't leave their office space very often. But they talked about the process of digitizing, which was really neat, and how long it takes to digitize different designs and how they do the test sew-outs. And a couple of the other classes I did some art and stitch and a little bit of information on Q-matic for a long arm department. They have classes on things like social media and email, and
cool.
We did some of those things, mostly just to get ideas as to what other stores are doing. And we do Facebook Live and YouTube, and other stores are like, what's Facebook?
And we play on Instagram.
Yeah, so a whole bunch of things like that, and then some tech note type classes on the technical details, and
cool.
Lots of variety.
I can't wait to play on all this stuff.
Right? So as soon as we have any of the new machines here, you can expect some unboxing videos and some, we can
unbox it.
I know, I love unboxing videos with you.
Oh, me too.
Yes.
I can't wait.
Yeah. So that's, most of the new stuff from Bernina University. Do a big dinner the last night, and then, see you next year.
That's awesome. I can't wait.
But it's a fun time. It's a lot of work. It's long days. Lots of learning. Took lots and lots and lots of notes that now that I'm home need to get turned into not notes and action on some of them at least.
Yeah.
But it's a nice chance to meet kind of the educators that are available in the US and Canada and see what's going on.
Pretty cool.
But yeah, if you want to come play Bernina with us and try any of the current Bernina lineup that's here, we have a Bernina educator coming to us in August.
We do.
And the pre-order pricing for that event ends on Saturday.
2 days more.
You gotta hurry.
2 days.
We have Deborah Louie, who is an educator all the way from Australia, joining us for 3 days of classes. And she's teaching walking foot quilting.
Yep.
And free motion quilting.
Yep.
And decorative stitch things, which is going to be super cool.
I cannot wait.
All 3 classes include a book and fabric you need.
Yep.
And you'll just have to add yourself and some thread.
Yeah, and if your machine, if you want to bring it.
And if you'd like to try a machine, because maybe you're thinking you'd like something different, let us know.
Yeah.
Because I have floor models that get very sad.
They get lonely.
They get lonely up front, and sometimes they like to come to class.
They like going for a walk. They like hanging out with the classroom.
It's true.
They do.
So, August 8th through 10th for those classes. And then usually we have event pricing on machines when we have guest instructors here.
We usually do.
So, as the machine department manager, I can safely say that will happen. But you have to be signed up for the event.
Yes.
To get the event pricing.
And now, if I don't own a Bernina, and I'm not interested in Bernina, can I still come?
Totally.
If I don't have a knee lift, can I still come?
Totally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you can totally still come.
Perfect. Deal.
So, if you have another machine and you just want to learn more walking foot quilting or decorative stitch work, come see us.
There's going to be some pretty cool knowledge coming.
Yeah.
And I heard she has 30 years of knowledge in this area, which is cool.
Right?
I've only, that's most of my life.
That's most of my life.
It's most of your life.
It's most of my life too.
She's been doing this for a bit.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So kind of a once in a lifetime chance to see an Australian.
I cannot wait.
Bernina instructor in Calgary.
It's gonna be cool.
Yeah. And if you're not near Calgary, we can recommend a hotel nearby.
Yep.
Because there's a very nice one not very far away. And your machine can live here. You don't have to transport it back and forth.
Yeah, I can come for a sleepover.
Mm-hmm.
They love sleepovers with us. We take good care.
We do.
There's snacks for them. The machines.
Machines don't actually like eating snacks. They like oil and they like to be cleaned and have no needles.
My hopeful snack was oil.
Fair. Totally fair. Yeah, so that's some of that's Bernina stuff going on.
That is totally cool.
Yeah.
And we're running new owners classes.
Yeah, so we were teaching a Bernina new owner sewing class today. We've got a Bernina embroidery class in a couple weeks. We don't actually know the date of that either. None of this is stuck in my head at the moment.
It's not in my head right now either.
Nope.
I know it's not next week, but it's the week after.
That sounds about right.
Yep.
Okay.
It's during week. Next week is that. The regular price pattern sale week. That's when I think it is.
Should we talk about this before we let them all run away for the afternoon?
Of course we should, because it's crazy.
It's been fun in here this week.
It's been so fun. You know what the coolest thing is? That I've been really enjoying is I have had some customers coming in that are shopping sales, but also preparing for the next one.
Nice.
They're taking pictures. They're planning out their projects. They're planning out Christmas right now.
That's totally how I would run this summer.
Right? Like, your summer is planned. And now you can plan your whole winter.
Right? So we are running 12 weeks of promos. We are on week 1 right now. Halfway through week 1.
Yep.
So our Super Summer Savings program is running. And right now, this week, as of July 6th, yes, that's how that reads.
That is the 6th, yep.
Oh, man. Our clearance department, fabric, books, there's thread in there, is all an extra 50% off. It's already marked down price. And then next week, from July 10th to 16th, our regular price quilting cotton and panels go 40% off for a whole week.
But that is insane.
Right? It's insane. But right now, this is available on the website to download.
Yep.
And available in store if you could come pick it up. But if you want to plan your summer out and know that once you get all this fabric, you're going to need thread, You're going to come back that week for thread. If you need patterns, they'll be the following week after fabric.
Or you just bought a new embroidery machine and you need to come in for almost up to 80% off OESD designs, up to $100.
Right. So anyway, you can plan your whole summer and really till September 24th out. There's some bonuses if this wasn't enough fun for you guys. There's also a draw at the end of all of this that you can get qualified for. So if you shop 8 of the 12 weeks, we're going to stamp your card when you're in and you play along with that week's thing. Yeah. If you get 8 out of the 12 items stamped, or to all 12 out of the 12, you're welcome to do that too. You're going to be eligible for a draw for a $250 gift card in store.
That's awesome.
Which, that would crack me up.
I heard there's 2 other draws too.
I'm only wanting to win the good one. I'd be okay with the runner-up prize too.
$250.
I don't have it on the fine print here, so I do not know that number right now. Most of these sales are valid on the web as well. There's a couple where it makes more sense to come in, but you're welcome to read through that on our website. You'll want to make sure you're signed up for our e-news, because that will be the easiest way to get links to the right place every week. Mm-hmm. So you can do that on our website as well. And like I said, there's lots more classes coming out this summer, and we're working on our fall class schedule as we speak. So then you can start planning your fabric accordingly for all of those upcoming classes.
That sounds like a great idea.
Yeah. Right.
I love it.
Yeah. So that's my short recap of Bernina University.
That's a pretty good recap, Leah.
Thanks.
Thanks for sharing.
You're welcome. I shouldn't hide all that info in my head.
I learned a lot.
Sweet. Me too. It was a busy week last week. It tuckered me out.
I believe it.
But I'm back.
But you came back.
I came back.
Ready to play.
Mm-hmm.
And ready for those machines to drop.
Yes.
In the store.
Yes.
It's going to be a cool week.
Totally did. So thank you guys for joining us. If you liked today's video and you know somebody who could benefit from a little bit of info, hit that share button, send it on to a friend. Mm-hmm. And if you want to make sure you're getting all our live updates, even from random places like Dallas, because that happens sometimes, I would say you should hit the bell for notifications.
Yeah.
And sign up for our e-news.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
E-news it's awesome.
Yes. So, thank you guys for joining us.
Bye.
Happy sewing.